and welcome everyone. I am Priyanka and I'm back again with yet another conversation under OCLF's influencer segment. So by now you must have seen certain individual videos which have been released, and then there was an idea in the conference as we were just finalizing the influencer setup that why not go ahead with a panel. Now we thought about a lot about it, like we had different niches, but then we tried why not experiment with something that is so common nowadays, yet something very difficult to achieve. I mean to say aesthetic. So today I have really three amazing people who make it look effortless, but let me tell you, at the base of it is aesthetics which comes with effort. So I have with me Matthew, who is a content creator, and you must go through his profile because then you would know what I mean when I say aesthetic, because now I've said it for like 3-4 times now. So I'm just very happy for you to be here, Matthew. And
I am happy to.
And we're going to learn a lot about the process and how does it look all together. Again, along with Matthew, I have Nabha here, who writes also and also makes a profile look very thoughtful at the same time. So I'm very happy and very looking forward to this conversation with you, Nabha.
Thank you, Priyanka. Happy to hear.
Thank you. And when it comes to Simran, there is no way she wouldn't have been in this panel. Like, she's an entrepreneur, a creator, at the same time she writes also. So it's like three things coming together, and at the root of it is beauty, there is content. So I'm very happy again to have you and to be having this conversation which will lead us to a very meaningful, output together.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So now for all three of you, like, why don't you just begin with telling me about your account and what's your approach for aesthetic? Like, would you like to start, Matthew?
Sure. So, my account goes back to 5-6 years ago, I guess. And I started it as a personal account like everyone else does.
Okay.
And I used to post pictures which I now have archived. And over the course of time, I started posting pictures of things I liked, like, nature, animals, just random things. And people started liking it. And I was surprised by it because at that point of time, which is like 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, it wasn't this common.
Yes.
So the concept of aesthetic wasn't this common. So when I posted and I got good reviews, I was surprised. But then I continued doing it because people liked it, I like it.
We do!
Why not? We do. So yeah, that's how I started.
Can you just repeat where you said that the concept of aesthetic was not so common back then?
It wasn't.
Like, yes, like you should go through his profile and you should understand sometimes, like उस जगह पे मैं भी रही होंगी. I would have been in that cafe or in that place. I would have seen that same frame of picture.
Yes.
There is no way I would have put that beautifully. So I do understand that now, even though it's like thrown left, right, and center, aesthetic. It's not everybody's cup of tea. So appreciated. What about you, Nabha?
Like he said that it wasn't common that time. So I started writing when I was 15. I'm mostly into writing and photography actually. But when I started posting write-ups on the story and everything, people did reply to it. People said that it's a good thing that you started, and like, you do write good, why shouldn't you open an account and everything. So I did open an account. I was more into photography actually. So I thought that why shouldn't I put photography and writing into together, like writing as in, like, it expresses you, but photography, that is in silent word poetry. So I thought that would be the best thing, and I opened an account for it, and I'm very happy now. Very happy.
I mean, we are happy that you made that stage. It's Mood Codes 21, right?
Yeah.
I think it's very beautiful coming together of two different niches, photography and writing, and like how beautifully. Can you just repeat for me what did you say about photography?
Photography, it is and silent poetry.
How beautiful. Like bringing together the captions, the pictures just come together, and it's pleasant to watch, to be very honest. And about you? What's your approach to it?
Basically, what we think is aesthetic is everything pretty, everything gorgeous, everything effortless. But aesthetic to me is something, it's a lot of mess. You bring the mess, you you clear it up, you take the best thing, you put it to the audience. That is aesthetic to me.
Okay.
So, like when I started my content, I was always this person who was like all the time happy, you know, giggling, laughing with people. So I knew I wanted to put like the funny content. But now I have 50 videos, I take the best video, we put it out to the audience. And that is aesthetic to me. Like that is the good video out of those 50 videos. So initially I had business and like I had a lot of time. So in that particular time we used to shoot. Like time tha, aaram se shoot kar rahe hain. But now what it is, a lot of mess is there, you don't have time, you need to fix the mess, you need to take the pretty ones, put it to people. So to me, that is aesthetic.
It's literally methodical. It's so much to it, and I agree to that. I mean, all of you also have other things in your life because people believe that people are really good at putting content this effortlessly, do it for all day, which actually happens in terms of thought and, you know, thinking and all of that. But then, like you said, you sacrifice your sleep hours to make it, then you sacrifice your time for other things to curate what is best and to be put out. Efforts. I mean, there is no way you can say that this comes easy to anybody. Which brings me to the next question, because we are on to that conversation. Does content come effortless to you? Now that you've been doing it for a little while, that obviously makes it easy, but is it really easy? Is it really effortless? Would you like to start, Nabha?
Yeah, actually it is not at all easy. If we put a camera on a particular picture or anything, you know, if you put the camera in different angles, that angles is your perspective actually. It shows you how and what you see. And the camera angle manages everything. It does everything. But out of like, as he said, like out of 100 pictures, we have to choose that one. So that's how it's done. It's like, that's how one pictures are put together to make a reel or to make a video, anything. And that takes an effort, that takes sunlight because we didn't have that much light and investment in first. So that's how I started, and it is not at all effortless.
So from, like we established in the previous pre-recording conversation that we were having, that it's from sunlight to spotlight, from coming from least resources to coming now making it possible. I think it's a journey to be like, you know, have conversations about. This is so beautiful, Nabha. And why don't you tell me? Like, does it come easy to you, Matthew?
It obviously does not. And like it's been established multiple times now that you have to take multiple shots. When someone sees your content, they just assume that you took it and you posted it.
Correct.
And it's not a wrong perspective, because even if I see, and maybe I can say for you guys, even when you see other people's content, you might think that they have, you know, they just shot it and then they posted it. But that is not the case. They have worked behind it, we have worked behind it, and nobody sees that.
As a viewer, I have no clue. True.
Yes, obviously. And
oh God.
I have nothing against you.
I really like how that acceptance is there. So true. I mean, of course, like
Yes.
even if you see that it's easy, it wasn't. Like you to put a lot of time now that we have established that the efforts are multiple because you also have business.
Yes.
So how do you, I don't know if you can make it easy, but how do you manage it, if I can say that?
Managing, okay, I'll give you a little example. We see Amazon, we see the storefront, we see the product. We know we'll place the order, the product comes to home, we just pay. We don't know how that process works. We don't know product घर पे पहुँचाने के लिए the product is created, sent to the warehouse, packaged, sent to another warehouse, sent to the shipping, sent to the logistics, then another city, another city, another city. Multiple cities literally. We don't even check that. Then that comes to your home. So even content is the same. Like to me. Like रात को 12 बजे we go. Like that is the time when I get time. I actually, you know, sit to like shoot. So 12 से 2-3 बजे तक रात में we shoot. The content gets edited. Then it goes like on the page with hashtags and you know multiple other things. And then that's like checked कि क्या हो रहा है. Then another day we shoot again. So now managing it has become a habit, because as we were already discussing, a day without content is a sad day to me. Like I don't sleep without like content. It's like when people laugh, people tell me in the DMs that it was nice. Okay, the content is doing good. So managing, is it like, okay, I want to do it, I am managing it. So yeah.
That's so beautiful. I mean, you really work upon You really work upon the fact that if it is coming back to you in forms of feedback, it drives you further.
Yes, it drives you.
And now you've started managing it accordingly so that it sits in your schedule wherein you can at least give enough time to it. Wow! I'm already happy with this conversation and I can't find myself, even fluttering for a moment. So let me just come back to the most interesting question I had. What's the most amazing thing about being you? What's the most amazing thing about being Simran?
The most amazing thing about being Simran is Simran doesn't get tired of making people laugh. I think that is enough of it, because it's not just on my Instagram profile. Because the moment we shoot, there is this person who is behind the camera, he'll be laughing. There is this person who is like editing the script, he'll be laughing. There are people in the team, they'll be laughing. Like if I see that someone is not having a good day and we are in a meeting, I'll make some joke and everyone is laughing. So that is the best part about being Simran.
So the human connection is so wholesome that it just feels like a family get together.
Family get together.
Aww.
And that is always good. That's always
Can you
good.
just put in the comments, "Oh Simran"? Let's just increase the engagement over that. So what's the most interesting thing about being you, Nabha?
Being Nabha is like, I know that I don't know how to do it, but I know that I will do it anyhow. Like it's a process and it's overthinking also that comes in it, but you know that you have to give, like you have to put it out, you have to do it. So that's how like goes everything. I do it, and I am little proud of that, because like you have a deadline and people are waiting for you there. So giving them on time, giving them everything on time, that makes you a better person. And that's Nabha actually.
I'm very proud of you, Nabha. What about you, Matthew? What's the most interesting thing about you? About being you?
About being.
A lot of things.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, like you said, there's a lot of time management in this place. You have your personal life, you have work, but you also have to do this. And you want to do this. It's not like you have to. It's not like you went to school and you have to go to school.
True.
You want to do it. Like I am here because I want to be here. So the same way I want to do it, and that is the motivation that drives me. Because after I am done with my content, after I post it, after I share, I get engagement. Obviously everyone gets engagement at a point of time.
It's one post away. They're one post away.
Yeah. So when I get feedbacks from people, I would say that is what makes it worth it.
Worth it.
I would like include you both in this conversation when I say that it makes it worth it.
It does. It does. That is like, at the end of the day, if someone comes to you and tells you your content is lovely, that's it.
Exactly.
Makes your day.
Comments does make our day.
That does.
On that note, I mean, I was just thinking about why not weave a question around that. Just tell me, because this is the most wholesome question of this lot. What's the kindest comment you've received till date? Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. When you're a content creator, a lot of people compliment you, right? They're like, that is so cute. You look very hot. That is a very aesthetic picture. And so on and so on and so on. But my favorite compliments, which are plural, goes to my personality. When someone tells me something on my personality, like a few days back, we were sitting together and someone from the group complimented, "You are so calm in this conversation." And I was like, thank you.
You were.
I was.
He always is.
He always
He
is.
always is.
But that's what I'm saying. Those kind of compliments hit me.
The personality ones.
Exactly.
Oh. What about you, Simran?
A lot of compliments come, like some for the business, some for like, okay, at the young age you're doing well, some for the comedy part. A lot of compliments come, and like that is something I should be not happy about. I don't go and read every comment. I don't get time, and that is the sad part. So some days I do. So 3 days back, 3 or 4 days back, I think, I added to my story too. Someone sent me like a random number on WhatsApp, an audio. I was like, who's that? Raat mein. And I just play the audio. That's someone who says ki that person is a Sindhi. Basically, I create the Sindhi comedy content. That is the major part. So that person says, I'm a 60-year-old and I love your content, and there is this platform called Instagram that I joined just to watch your videos. And I don't think anything better has come to me before this. So yeah.
I saw that story of hers and I was very impressed.
That was the happiest day. I mean, at the end of the day, that is the only thing you need. So yeah.
How beautiful. What about you, Nabha?
Actually, I really love how girls hype each other because, like, if we see on social media now, people are there, literally there to shame you about your body, about how you speak or how you stand, how you dress, on everything.
On every little.
But there are people who support you on every point, and that are really comments. Those comments do make our day. They are like, they actually give us confidence and that motivation to do work continuously. And the best compliment or comment, I would say that actually I write poetry now. So those are words which expresses what other also feels. So the words will be like about a broken heart, about sadness, about love, about self-love. So they relate to it. So they said, there was a comment I remember. There was a teenage boy actually. He said that, Nabha, like I have read this for the first time and I'm not a reader. But this makes me want to read more. And I'm so happy that I found your account. And I'm like really, I don't remember actually, but that was the thing that actually made me happy. Yeah.
So wholesome. I mean, I can just imagine the kind of enjoyment and beauty you feel within when this comes back to you. Because not everybody enjoys this, and your effort suddenly feels worth it when you get comments like this. But at the same time, when there is beauty to content creation, when there is effort and validation, there is also negative part to it. There's something that goes negative, and I framed a question around it. Since you're open to public exposure, there are opinions left, right and center, there are judgments left, right and center. How do you handle it? Who would like to go ahead?
I would like to do, but you know, it's a very tough part to talk about. Because every time you talk about beauty, you feel nice. But the moment you see that, okay, she has a gorgeous face, but there is a pimple, you talk about the pimple more. You don't see the face. You don't see the face. A lot of times that happens. So on Instagram, or like every other social platform that exists, like with Matthew, with Nabha, with me too. Like every other creator has that. Even if the creator is like the best, the followers are millions or like thousands, that happens to everyone. So what I always do is, if someone says the negative part, all I just send them is hugs. Because see, negativity is not something you look, they don't like, we have nothing in life, so let's go and spread negativity. No, they are going through something in life, and when they're like not good in the good mood, they just put the negativity on you.
Okay.
It's ultimately the mindset the people have, and kahin na kahin to gussa nikalna padega na. So that is what they do.
I really like how you have put the blame on their situation and mood and not the person. That's very mature.
No, because
Yeah,
that
that
is
perspective
it.
is
That
very
it. That
mature,
is it.
yes.
Because the person is never bad. It's always the mentality, the situations, and the process. So
What about you, Nabha?
I used to like directly talk to them first जब मैंने account open किया था तब. But then I thought कि even they don't have time, I don't have time to talk about it, and there is no output actually. So how about ignoring it? So I just ignore it.
That's a great mechanism. Does it work?
Yeah, it does work.
It does.
it does. It's
Like
always-
mentality में थोड़ा लगता है, but when you get tough, it happens.
I do the same thing. So the point is, why they try to gaslight you? Because they want some attention. If you don't give it to them, problem
It's a
solved.
conversation. True.
That's such a simple answer to it.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I am really happy how this conversation turned up. We talked from the creation to the negative part to the validation. But there's one question I want to close the segment with. If not a content creator, what would you be? Matthew.
Okay. I don't know what I would be doing career-wise or anything like that, but I know I would be an introvert. That is for sure.
An introvert.
Like a proper introvert.
proper
Who would not
introvert.
talk to anyone. in a public place. Never.
Okay. What about you, Nabha?
1 minute.
It's okay, you can take time. Can I take Simran's
Yeah.
answer? Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so if not a content creator, then of course someone who is at the back end helping someone create content.
Okay.
Because ultimately it's about the content.
Content
I know.
only. So in the content only.
Yes.
Okay. If I would be not a content creator, then I would be actually into studies, like a lot. A lot. Like I have to make money, I have to do that, I have to get that life. That's it.
Okay. Well, I, for all that matters, would still be making conversations like this because this was fun. Thank you for joining me today, Simran, Matthew, and
Thank you for
Nabha.
having us.
Thank you for having us.
This was beautiful. This was beautiful.
Actually.
Thank you.